Good morning Ajinwitea and classmates. My name is Daisy, and today on behalf of Brian, Beer, and Dunn, I am going to talk about the best practices of third-party logistics and radio frequency identification, also known as RFID. I hope you enjoy it. Third-party logistics service providers are companies which provide a range of logistics activities for their clients. They are companies independent from the buyers and sellers but take over some of these companies' logistics function. In the picture below, we can see the position of third-party logistics in the supply chain logistics function. This model represents where the third-party logistics service provider acts. The basic function of using these service providers is to ensure all transportation between different destinations. The main idea is to move products from the supplier to the customer. Here are the functions that most companies seek from a third-party logistics providers. Most companies use 3PL for transportation, that is the movement of products. Other services that companies look for are customs brokerage, freight payment services, freight forwarding, warehouse management and shipment consolidation. As we can see, 3PL plays a major role in the logistics function of a company. Why do companies have selected the best practice of using 3PL? This is because some companies may be good in design and production but not good at managing their warehouse efficiently or cannot distribute the products effectively. Therefore 3PL service providers handle the tasks that these companies cannot perform well. Another reason is because instead of investing in a non-core competency area of the company, managers can choose to use the money and focus in what they are good at. By using a 3PL, supply chain managers have less to worry because as they do not need to directly handle the distribution or warehousing. Professional 3PL service providers will do all the job. Before choosing a 3PL, there are some considerations that need to be taken first. Responsible parties need to evaluate their own companies first to see if the 3PL can be more benefit than their actual logistics system. They also need to make sure that these service providers are really good at what they will be asked to do. Research needs to be done to know which 3PL service providers suit the company best. A good 3PL service provider should respond at the company's request and be able to communicate at any time. Here are some advantages of choosing a 3PL service provider. It is believed that when choosing for a 3PL, the cost paid for their service is much lower than the money used to invest in warehouse management and distribution. As described before, some companies cannot manage these functions efficiently and might cause danger to the companies if products are not delivered to customer according to time planned. Companies can focus on its core business functions, that is the process that they are good at and in which they can be more competent in the market. There is an improved efficiency, service and flexibility in the flow of products. The products are moved easily with the experience of 3PL service providers. Customer receives better service and can ensure customer satisfaction because they intend to keep running their business. If they do not provide good service, they will be out of job. Sometimes choosing 3PL service provider may not necessarily means a best practice. Other people might have different opinions. For example, logistics is an important function in the supply chain. Therefore some people might think if this company cannot handle its own logistics function, it might not be a good company at all. While depending on a 3PL, the company will not get experience in terms of logistics. Using a 3PL means that non-employees of the company will have to access the company's facility to monitor the supply chain process. Sometimes this does not look so good. 3PL service provider get more interactions with customers than the company itself. This is not so good in terms of building relationship between suppliers and customers. Sometimes expansion of 3PL is required and thus company opts for fourth-party logistics, 4PL. It is often referred as lead logistics provider LLP. It is a step higher than 3PL, and it is the one that is responsible to conduct all the logistics activities including management of 3PL. 4PL can help to make a company more competitive, but they need to manage part of the supply chain of the company. 4PL manages the day-to-day activities at the operational level. An example of company that has chosen to use 3PL in their supply chain system is Big C Store. DHL is Big C's choice of 3PL service provider. The services that are being provided are as follows: automatic inventory management, collaboration in route management, co-distribution between all the Big C branches. The benefits for this choice of best practice are an increase in Big C's supply chain management efficiency, cost reduction in deliveries of goods for both Big C and its producers. There is a reduction in fuel consumption since the number of deliveries are decreased, and finally there is an improvement in the whole distribution. It can be concluded that 3PL is regarded as a best practice. Companies who have chosen 3PL service providers can see an improvement in their supply chain model. Their product meet the customers according to schedule, since 3PL service providers need to provide a good distribution of products. They also handle all paperwork such as custom brokerage. And overall, they make sure that your products are moved from end to end. Now, let's see a video about 3PL.
When you purchase something from your local store or online retailer, there's a world of activity that goes on behind the scenes before you receive your product. This is called the supply chain. You start off with a source of raw materials, which are processed and assembled at a manufacturer. Once the product is finished, it's packaged and transported via air, ground, and sea to a warehouse or distribution center, where it's ready to be shipped out to the end user, whether they're a business or an individual. For this process to run smoothly, there's a ton of logistics involved. Each step requires communication, paperwork, planning, and coordination in order for your product to move from raw materials to completion. A business can run into many logistical challenges, from customs regulations to figuring out the best methods of transportation. 3PLs help you manage this complexity, allowing you to focus on your core business. They equip you with the ability to expand your reach across the globe, maximizing your flexibility and scalability. Let a 3PL help you build your business.
Now, I am going to talk about RFID. RFID has been invented during World War II for sonar, but we are going to focus on modern RFID, which is used in supply chain. In 1990, IBM engineers developed the first RFID systems, which was used in farming. They were tracking cows. Then in 1999, Procter & Gamble and Gillette started to implement low-cost RFID tags. They put these tags on all their products to facilitate tracking throughout the supply chain network. In 2003, Walmart has announced all of its top 100 suppliers that by 2005, they all should use RFID tags on pallets and cases. RFID stands for Radio Frequency Identification. It makes the use of radio wire to capture and read information. It is a small electronic device which consists of a microchip and antenna. The difference between passive and active RFID devices is that one is battery powered with longer range of transmission. How does it work? Each piece of items or batch of items are tagged with a special RFID tags. The tags contain necessary information about the products, such as production and expiry date, origin, real-time location, and so on. In order to read the information on an RFID tag, readers need to be used. All information are stored in a database and can be viewed throughout the whole supply chain network. RFID is mainly used to track down products in the supply chain. Tracking down perishable products is highly important, as it might cause damages to the producers if the products being delivered are not in good condition. In a retail store, RFID can help the owner to track down which products are going to be expired soon, and therefore can be sorted accordingly. Some places use RFID as security system. This is a general process of how RFID work. Tags are placed on each items, batch of items, pallets or trucks. Readers are used to scan data and send to the main server, which can be accessed by the company's ERP and supply chain management. This image demonstrates the RFID pipeline in a supply chain. Tagging is done as soon as the products leave the factory. Here are the comparison between traditional barcodes and RFID. As we can see from the table, RFID has more benefits than barcode. Especially time and labor usage are reduced considerably. RFID is advantageous because it can be used in any weather conditions, that is when it is raining or snowing. A lot of information can be held on a single tag. Products can be efficiently tracked down in real time and less risk of being lost. Even during robbery, these products can still be found if the thieves did not disable the tags. Time is reduced when scanning multiple products because a batch of numerous products can be scanned once. The Lion Company in Thailand has been using RFID tags for quite some time. This is because it helps to manage its warehouse efficiently. It is more convenient and errors in the warehouse operation is considerably reduced. The main server is automatically updated whenever a transaction is being done. With RFID, they claim that the use of paperwork has been reduced and there is a better circulation of goods within the warehouse. RFID can be somehow considered to be a best practice in most cases. It has proven its efficiency in helping producers of perishable products to monitor the temperature of trucks delivering these products. Knowing the temperature at all time can help keeping the products fresh. Information contained on RFID is helpful and time is saved while scanning hundreds of products at once. Now let's watch another video, but this time for RFID. We thank everyone for their attention, especially Ajin Wee for this opportunity and his knowledge. It's time to party. Enjoy your holidays.